What's up, everybody? Welcome to GGdigsite. Today we're going to talk about a game that comes out almost every gaming session that I've had since I bought it. It is fun to look at, fun to play. It can be frustrating at times, but something that has been enjoyable for all age groups and all types of gamers. That game today is Hues and Cues. This would fall into the family category of games, maybe even the party category with a large number that it accommodates. Game says 8 and up. You could probably go a little bit younger than that. There's not any reading required to play the game. And 3 players minimum, 10 players max. 30-minute games. It depends on really how long you want to go. If you follow the base rules, that's probably about right. If you go more than the 2 rounds, or if you have a full group of 10 people, it may go a little bit longer than that because the clue giving is not quite as simple as you might think. But the rounds themselves go pretty quick. As far as the setup, you can see here kind of some diagrams of what's going on. Really, really simple conceptually, not a ton of really intense learning or anything like that. This makes for a fantastic teaching game. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look inside. So this is what you're going to find inside of a box of Hues and Cues. Deck of cards, and in this deck of cards, each one of these cards is going to have 4 different color options. This is so you don't get stuck giving a clue for a color that you don't really have any ideas for. So there's several options there, and they're mostly pretty different and from different places on the board, so that helps out if you're really struggling with a particular color, and then you don't get stuck on a clue. Also, you're going to get this little cardboard frame, which has numbers on the inside and the outside that's going to help with the scoring process. And then these little player pieces. Now, me personally, I'm a big fan of the pieces that make games what they are. I think putting these little cones that are very simple but very well made, very clean looking. They look like little tops of crayons. It just makes it really enjoyable for everybody. They're pretty easy to pick up and move around, and they're iconic and easy to recognize as what they're supposed to be. Additionally, though, the piece de resistance of this whole game is the board. Whenever you put this thing on the table, people want to know, what is that? They're immediately interested in it. There's some letters, some numbers, but mostly just this crazy color gradient, right? Now, maybe if you've played this before, it's come up in your group, but something that always comes up, you have the score path up here. It goes to 50 points. Interestingly enough, it is also in 50 different shades of gray. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but hilarious nonetheless. And as you move across the board, you'll see that each of these colors fades into another. And so you get this, really interesting gradient. Basically, the way that a turn is going to work, someone chooses a card, they choose a color, it tells you based upon the grid which color it actually is, because finding it yourself is difficult even though you know which one it is. And then you're going to give a 1-word clue. Everyone's going to guess and place down their tokens. Then you're going to give a 2-word clue, and everybody's going to take turns guessing again. At the conclusion of that second guess, you would then take the number and the letter from that color that you selected. So in this case, this one would be E8, and you would put the frame around that with that color in the middle. Anyone who lands directly on gets 3 points. Around the inside is 2, and around the outside is 1. You keep score throughout 2 rounds, and then that's the conclusion of the game. Now, a lot of times throughout this process, we find ourselves playing multiple rounds, or we need just a filler game, so we just play 1 round. Everybody gets 1 chance to give a clue. There's a lot of different variations of that. You don't have to stick strictly to those 2-round rules, and so it becomes a lot of fun. It's something that gets requested almost every game night. I've played it with kids. I've played it with older people that don't play a lot of games. They're not interested in a lot of rules. And those group members that you have that are really into, I want to know every single finite detail of what's going on. This is kind of the trump card for that. It's pretty simple. I give you a word, You try to figure out what color I'm talking about, then I give you 2 words, and you try to get a better idea of what's going on. You would be amazed how often people get it exactly right and how often you give a clue and it is so entirely wrong. Lots of fun, lot of laughs and interesting interactions that take place about who really can tell the difference between what's blue and what's purple, and all kinds of things in between. I would recommend this game for large groups if you mainly play at family gatherings, if you have to accommodate player groups that sometimes fluctuate between, small and large. It's not necessarily a party only game, but getting up to 10 players is something that's pretty valuable about it. And it's quick, it's easy, it can be a filler, it can be a main event. It's just a really versatile kind of Swiss Army knife of a game that you can pull out in any group and feel good about. If this is something that you're interested in, I definitely would check it out and get a copy of it just to have around, because people are going to want to play this. And it looks really nice on your table. If you enjoy this kind of content and you want to see more, we'd appreciate you liking our video and subscribing to our channel. And we're going to keep pushing these out, as well as maybe some different kinds of content coming soon. But definitely check back for more reviews and things like that. And we appreciate you being here. GG. Thank you.